Hey, what's up everyone? Jesse Time 159 here today, presenting to all of you a new episode of Angry Birds Seasons Remastered. In today's episode, I'm going to be playing through the final episode of this series, for now, also known as Back to School. So if you're all excited for that today, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And be sure to follow me on Odyssey and Rumble if you want to check my content on other platforms. Also, if you're interested in catching sneak peeks of my videos before they release, then why not follow me on Discord? Discord is also the place where you can participate in like little events. And like do tons of other cool stuff. If that's the sort of thing that you like and you're interested in, then join it. I cannot get over how the score font is basically taken from Angry Birds Trilogy. Look at it. The score font is taken from Trilogy. And like tons of people saying that Angry Birds Trilogy was like the best way to experience the old games, but I disagree. Because like if you think about it now, Angry Birds Trilogy has less content overall than Angry Birds Reloaded does now. Not to mention, they didn't bother making DLC for the 3DS. And one thing they could have done but didn't was like including Angry Birds Space in the collection as well. That collection is still fun without, but come on. Who wouldn't like to play old episodes like Pig Bang or Cold Cuts or Utopia with HD graphics? You know what game I blame for this? Angry Birds Star Wars. The game I blame for like taking away spotlight from space is Angry Birds Star Wars. And it's not even a question. Because like pretty much Angry Birds Star Wars expanded on the gameplay present in space. And the classic games, of course, but that's a question for another day. Anyways, today we've unlocked Pink Bird. Her ability is to like grab objects with her bubbles. However, keep in mind that some heavier objects, like stone blocks, will be much harder to lift. Much harder. Okay, now for this one, I gotta aim it right. Okay, I gotta aim. Yes! You got it! You guys know something? I know a lot of people like to You guys know something? A lot of people like to pair Yellowbird with Pinkbird. But I prefer pairing Redbird with Pinkbird. Yes, I ship both Redbird and Pinkbird. Not Yellowbird and Pinkbird. Because I feel like if there's one person that needs a love interest, it's Red. It's Redbird. The dude's practically a loner at this point. Redbird is practically a loner. At this point. So how do you guys feel about me shipping Redbird with Pinkbird? I know there's going to be a lot of people who agree with me on this. And like, if you're one of those people who agrees with me, then congratulations. But if you're not and you prefer Yellowbird be shipped with Pinkbird instead, then that's fine. I respect your opinion. Let's say one thing I don't like about Angry Birds Seasons is how inconsistent the level counts are between episodes. For me, like, a good level count is somewhere around, like, 30. The 30 range. Is around 30 levels. Like, not everything needs to be, like, tons of levels. That's why I want to make an Angry Birds mod where, like, the level count is, like, in each episode, reduced to 30. Where level count is shortened to 30 per episode. With, I suppose, 3 parts. Each part containing 10 levels. That's how we designed the Angry Birds classic games. Because, like, a lot of the levels in the classic games tend to be, like, filler levels based on RNG and, like, hoping the physics will work in your favor. Remember the level from Classic 3-1? Anybody? Does anyone remember that level? Does anyone? Yes! I was gonna say, like, hopefully this level doesn't suffer the same fate. That's why I want to design Angry Birds, a fan game based around being a consistent experience. Why did I click restart? That was an accident. Anyways. I feel like that's the problem with the Angry Birds games. Where like some levels are reliant on luck. And hoping the physics will work in your favor. And sometimes they don't. Now, I'm not saying this is a huge problem with Angry Birds, though. Because, like, most of the levels in Angry Birds, like, are reliant on using the bird's abilities more so than hoping physics will work. And levels that do require the physics to work in your favor are far and few between. Are relatively, far and few between. At least from classic Angry Birds games I've played on my channel. This is why I don't consider this a big problem. The full extent is not felt. I feel like that's the reason why I don't consider it a big problem. At least for the time being. You know one thing that I would like in a future Angry Birds game? Upgrades. And I mean upgrades like in the ones in Angry Birds Star Wars, where like, when you reach a certain level, like your birds become stronger as you play more of the game. That's the one thing I like. I sent that block flying. Boom! Let's send them flying. I'm checking what I can do to like beat this level, and also like seeing like why is Pinkbird like one of the weakest birds in this game? Just why? I much prefer like how she got buffed in Angry Birds 2, where like she deals more damage, and like she pushes like blocks forward. The ones she touches, she pushes them forward. Okay, how do I... Time to let these rocks fly. Come on, please land, please land. Come on. Yes! We got it! And that is how you use the physics of Angry Birds to your advantage. Learn how to play the game, and it will help you. I want to say, like, despite how simple, easy to learn this game can be, these games are quite hard to master. And that's an understatement. A lot of games like share this mentality of easy to learn, hard to master. Especially with games like Mario. Mario games like lots of Mario games I've played have this design mentality of easy to learn, hard to master. Especially some of the more recent ones I've played, like especially some of the more recent ones currently available, like what is it? Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Mario Kart World. And I guess to a certain extent, like Mario and Luigi Brothership. Yes! Right, it's time to defeat the King Pig. The one pulling the strings this whole time. I feel like King Pig nowadays is more interested in eating junk food than actually interested in capturing those eggs. Or maybe I'm feeling more like King Pig is plotting like something huge to get his revenge against those birds for ruining his plans over and over and over again. I guess like I mean, he did return as one of the main villains in Angry Birds Bounce. So he's probably still interested in capturing those eggs at any cost. Grab as much as he can. Oh, I thought... Never mind. What if I do this? I gotta aim and hit King Pig from above. Direct hit! And with that, we're done with this episode. And finally, I can end off this series for now. Hey look, you can see Redbird and Pinkbird are paired together. those are the two I shipped together. Sorry, King Pig. Even when the birds need some education, according to the pigs, the birds are still smart enough and strong enough to kick your pig butts. And with that, we're done with today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss a video. Follow me on Discord for sneak peeks and fun activities we do over there. And also where we host events. And if you want to check my content on other platforms, why not visit me on Odyssey and Rumble? And with that, thank you all so much for watching. Peace, ladies and gentlemen, and take care.